And welcome back, everyone, to Pokemon Team Videos. Today's Pokemon Team video comes again from the Mighty Twins Tuckanella. And, oh crap, who was the other person? He was one of the other people who do the My Little Pony suggestions. Mission Paul Marshall, that was it. And we've pretty much gone through the vast majority of them now. I think you got like one or two other characters from the My Little Pony series to make teams for, at least from suggestions. But, yeah, we got Silverstream, the Hippogriff / Sea Pony. From My Little Pony. And I chose this image too because these are two different images of her. So yeah, what is the Pokemon team for this character? And I mean that is a question, isn't it? Because I'm looking at this like, okay, a water type that would be good. Do we have a water type that kind of fits this? Okay, I just realized I had an extra image here that I got rid of. Okay, there we go. We're perfect now. Perfecto. And I'm like, okay, do I just go straight water? What else do I have for like character traits? So let's get into this. I want to get a couple kind of basic ones out of the way first. So these two tie very much into the whole fact that the Hippogriff, sea pony thing. It's water. She came from underwater, so might as well have a couple water types. First one I put on there is Vaporeon. And I think just from the second image here, you can see why I went with Vaporeon. There is a resemblance. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Nope, that's not what I meant to do either. Come on, you stupid fucking... there we go. I meant to shrink it. And I think you can see why Vaporeon would make sense on the team, particularly with the sea pony form of her. It's because it's a very aquatic, very mermaid-looking Pokemon. And even though she's a pony, I think she's a very mermaid-looking character. So I think it's kind of apt to have Vaporeon on the team. Likewise, another Pokemon I think makes sense to have a team just from an aesthetic and water appeal is Primarina. I mean, look at Primarina. It's a damn mermaid. Yes, it's a seal, but it's a damn mermaid. These were also the only two, and I'm maybe not the only two. There is one other water Pokemon on the team. Shockingly, when you understand what the type of character this is, there's only one other water type on the team, and that's because really when you go with appearances too, there aren't a lot of mammalian-looking Pokemon that look similar to a water horse at all. We don't have a Kelpie Pokemon really. We have a Seadra and Kingdra and Horsey, but those are sea horses, and they look more like fish than they do horses. Seriously, there really isn't much in the way of that for these Pokemon. But beyond that, there is only one technical water horse Pokemon, technically. And that is Keldeo. Keldeo is a water fighting type. Now, obviously, Keldeo is actually based off D'Artagnan from the Three Musketeers because the Three Swords of Justice are based off the Three Musketeers. But I mean, this one was, again, more aesthetic, but the fact that it is a water horse does make sense to me. Still, though, so far, all the connections we have for this team are really more based off the whole idea of water and one horse-based Pokemon. And despite the fact she's a Hippogriff, not technically a pony, she is a sea pony as well. So, there you go. But, looking into her personality, there are a couple Pokemon that I'm like, okay, I can work with this. First and foremost, we have the fact that she is a fan of art. She actually is a very nice artist. And there is only one artiste Pokemon in the entire world of Pokemon. That's Smeargle. And Smeargle's sketchable. I actually have a Smeargle. Last time I played my Pokemon Moon game. It's still the last game I played, so I still have that Pokemon on my team. I decided to use a Smeargle because I never used a Smeargle. And its sketchability is fun. I like that sketch. The sketchability is a fun ability to use because it can literally have a move pool of anything thanks to sketch. But it's actually a very weak Pokemon. It does not have the strongest stats in the world. It does not. But still, I like it. Smeargles are fun. And the fact that it's an art type Pokemon, it's a painting Pokemon, 100% makes sense. Hell, this thing could learn like Roar of Time. It went up against the Dialga and survived the attack, mind you, but it could learn Roar of Time. It could learn Dark Void. It could learn the Day of Judgment, I think is the name of Arceus' signature move. So it could learn any of those techniques. But the other thing I found interesting is that she is a fan of the stars. She's a Pokemon, or Pokemon. She loves gazing at stars because as she living under the ocean, she never could. Although, in theory, you could have just gone to the surface at night, gazed through the clear waters and looked at the stars. But either way, she must have looked pretty deep down. So I'm like, okay, that's something I can kind of work with. Problem is, we do not have a Pokemon that is actually a star or based off a star. The closest to I can find, it is the closest I can find, is Solrock because it is based off the sun, which is a star. So I could see her liking Solrock because it looks like a star. And the other one, and you'll be surprised that there's actually two legendaries on this. Technically, Keldeo is actually a mythical, but two legendaries on this team. Lunala, because when you look at Lunala, while it's a moon Pokemon, it is also kind of a starry night Pokemon. It is a Pokemon that looks like a night sky, and therefore it looks like it has stars on it, really, stars all over it, really, especially on the bottom there. So while it may seem like a bit of a powerhouse team here for this character, it does fit with its motif: the moon, the stars, the sun, the star. Two mermaid-esque Pokemon, water-type Pokemon that fit with the sea pony aspect of her. Smeargle for her love of art, and Keldeo because it's a water pony, basically. I'll fully admit, this is one of the more haphazard teams I've put together. Because with the My Little Pony characters, there's only so much character involved with the My Little Pony characters. And Silverstream, even with the most unique aspect of her being a sea pony, I'm like, I don't have a Kelpie Pokemon. That's a Pokemon we need, is a Kelpie. That'd be awesome, honestly. I could have gone. I could have seen. I don't agree with it myself. I don't think I'd go with Lapras, but I could see the argument for Lapras, given the fact that it's based off a Plesiosaur / the Loch Ness Monster, which is also theorized to be a Kelpie in Scottish lore. So, if you wanted to make that connection, you could. I don't think I personally would myself. But that's my team. I am more than open to hear different suggestions. I think the two I would keep almost certainly on the team, though, are Vaporeon and Smeargle. I think make that 3, Primarina, just because likeness 2. Other than that, though, I think the other 3 are very interchangeable. Though, I would argue about the fact that because she loves to gaze at the stars, what Pokemon would you use for that? I suppose you can make an argument for any Pokemon that actually did come from space, but, really, what, Clefairy, Clefable, they're not really, there's nothing really star about them except maybe the shape of them. That's about it. Minior looks like a star, but it's a meteorite. So I don't think you could really use that at all. Of course, you could make the argument for shooting stars, so maybe? I did consider Minior, but Solrock actually is designed after the sun, so it made more sense, and not a meteor, even though it is a rock psychic type of all things. So I'm just thinking, is there any other Pokemon that could really represent a star? Solgaleo is not really the sun. It's just a Pokemon force. It's a lion, sure. It's a steel lion. It's not fire at all. There's not really anything sun about Solgaleo as much as I want to say there could be. You could make an Ultra Necrozma argument, but I wouldn't. Because A, that's way too powerful of a Pokemon to have on the said team. And even by legendary standards. And B, yeah, it's made of light, but it's not a star. It absorbs light. It absorbs starlight. So again, I'm spitting at a prayer. I am struggling to think of anything that could be a star-based Pokemon beyond these two. That's something that we could also use. Is a Pokemon that is literally a star. But anyway, that is just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Did you agree with this team? Did you disagree? What would your team look like if you do? Let me know in the comments below. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I will see you folks on the flip side.